It's officially official. The Jets have hired Aaron Glenn to be their 22nd head coach in franchise history. I made a video this morning talking about, why didn't they give him the job yesterday? I guess he just wanted to go home, maybe talk it over with his wife. Who knows? But here's the official tweet by Adam Schefter. The former Jets 1994 first-round pick who became a personal scout for the team is now becoming their head coach. Now, there is literally a Jet fan civil war happening over this right now on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, because everybody is so worked up over the fact that there is no GM in place. Now, yesterday, he interviewed at the same time as Lance Newmark. I guess he's very close with him. They've worked together in Detroit. He's now over with the Commanders. But the Jets have not offered him a position. And yesterday, we only knew that they offered Aaron Glenn a contract. There was no news of them offering Newmark a contract. So maybe the Jets were not so thrilled with the way Newmark handled himself in his second interview. We really don't know. But Tom Pelissero is also reporting that Jets will be bringing in other GMs on second round interviews. We'll see what happens. But this is the big news today. Aaron Glenn is coming back to the Jets. He is going to be our 22nd head coach. I'm excited for it. I think he's a great pick. I think he brings some immediate respectability to the team. I think he's a disciplinarian. I think that he is of the Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick ilk. He was coached by them. He went with Parcells. He was with Parcells again later in his career in Dallas. Everything that you read about him is that he is Dan Campbell's, or was Dan Campbell's, right-hand man in Detroit. This is big news. This is who I wanted outside of Vrabel. Everyone knows on this channel that I wanted Mike Vrabel initially, but once they weren't able to get him, it was clear that we weren't able to get him. Aaron Glenn was the target. I don't think the Jets had anybody else in mind. I believe them when they say that they blew him away, that he blew them away in the interview process. And I don't think this is some sort of issue where like the 33rd team kind of had their sights set on him and everything else was kind of like a sham interview. I don't subscribe to that belief. I think this was a real process. And I think the fact of the matter is Aaron Glenn right now is the best coach on the market, and the Jets are getting the best coach on the market right now outside of Mike Vrabel. This is a good day. This is a day where you can finally think of some positive thoughts about this team in forever. This is not a situation like Robert Saleh, okay? This is not a situation where you're bringing in somebody that they're two different people. And just because they're both defensive coordinators and they're both first-time coaches does not mean this is going to be the same story all over again. I think this is a very different head coach. He played in the league, and that means a lot. Okay, guys are going to know exactly what he is about. He knows what to do. He knows how to talk to players. He knows how to be in the locker room. Robert Saleh didn't play a single down of football, but he had a good scheme and he was a good coordinator. Now, there are certainly things to knock about this hire, and there are Jet fans out there that are on the negative train that did not want him, that wanted to go offense. I understand that, but the truth is nobody from the offensive side of the ball really wanted to come here and interview. And Aaron Glenn, I think, is the best guy for the job. He's coming home. We have our head coach. We're going to see who they bring in for GM. There are reports that I believe Michael Kay said it, that Aaron Glenn does want to bring back Aaron Rodgers. We'll see how that plays out, especially with whoever they pick at GM. But this is a day to finally be optimistic about this team. Maybe not in the short term, but absolutely in the long term. We don't know yet about contract details, how many years, how much money. We don't know any of that yet. We just know that they came to terms, they agreed. And, throughout the day, we heard that he was calling assistants and calling guys around the league, trying to get his staff together. And it was for a staff for the Jets, as he was saying. He was telling people he was going to the Jets all day. And finally, this afternoon, it gets reported. So again, let me know what you guys think. I'm pumped about this hire. I'm ready to be optimistic about this team. Let me know what you guys think.